Episode 202. Seeing the new record, the four of them were overjoyed. Yet Blue River still couldn't fully relax. 26 minutes, 31 seconds, 55 milliseconds. Only a minute and a half faster than the record Lord Grimm had set. But Blue River knew full well that Lord Grimm's team hadn't yet reached their limit. For one thing, their equipment was lacking. Secondly, one member of their record-breaking team was dead weight. Even so, Blue River's Elite 5-man squad only managed to shave off a minute and a half. That still doesn't seem enough to lock this record down. After the dungeon run concluded, Lan River looked very seriously at the other four experts.
Do you think there's any room for us to improve on this run?
You think this record can't hold Lord Grimm down?
Right, if we're looking to push it further.
There's not much room for improvement in the trash mob phase. It's all about Chua. If we can completely lock Chua down and seize the initiative, I think we still have some room to push our time lower.
But regardless, we've broken the dungeon record now, and we're out of attempts. The whole server is watching. Get someone to post in World Chat. Let's build up the hype.
Let's work on restoring our reputation.
Lan He agreed. Preparations for this had, of course, been made long ago. With a single call from Lan He within the guild, voices defending Blue Brook Pavilion immediately appeared in the World Chat. This topic picks up from last night. Of course, not everyone who joined in the mockery last night might be around now. But what Langxi Pavilion aims to do isn't to slap those specific faces. It's to show the entire server that Langxi Pavilion isn't some pathetic guild that has to rely on Lord Grimm to snag a record. So Blue Brook Guild actually went and did it. Night River Chat stared at the new record, then saw Blue Brook Guild's advertisement already popping up in the World Channel. He watched silently. A minute and a half. With Lord Grimm, they could probably push the time even lower than this. Night River's thoughts were actually quite similar to Blue River's.
What exactly is Blue River's attitude? What exactly is Lord Grimm up to? Looks like we'll find out soon enough.
We'll find out soon enough, thought Yedu Hantan. Meanwhile, Cheng Yi Lao and the others left right after setting the new record. They certainly weren't going to stick around and help level up the account. Lan River was having a rough time of it, twitching like a madman as he kept checking the leaderboards. He was terrified that Lord Grimm's name would suddenly leap ahead of theirs. Lan River had been on tenterhooks for a while when he suddenly remembered Lord Grimm must have used up all his dungeon attempts. It wasn't midnight yet, so even if he had the idea, there's no way he'd be trying to break the record right now. Looks like the most nerve-wracking time will be saved for midnight to 2 a.m. again. I see Lord Grimm's name lit up on my friends list. Lan River wanted to ask, but he didn't want to ask, hesitating and wavering. In the end, he didn't ask.
I've already taken it back. Lord Grimm, I won't back down this time.
Lan River steeled himself internally. Blue Brook Pavilion's public relations efforts on the World Channel were going smoothly. After all, the system announcement for breaking the record was still right there, and the leaderboard could be checked anytime. Faced with such solid evidence, the newcomers couldn't really find any nitpicking arguments. Besides, they had no beef with the Blue Brook Pavilion to begin with. The whole uproar yesterday was really just because of the nouveau riche smugness flaunted by the Moonlit Wheel Guild. It was downright nauseating. The minutes ticked inexorably toward midnight. Lan River's nerves grew tighter and tighter, especially during those 10 crucial minutes from 12:20 to 12:30. Lan River did almost nothing else, his eyes glued to the system messages. Suddenly, the system announcement, just seeing those two prefix words, Blue River was already startled. The system announcement read, "Please game healthily and arrange your playtime reasonably." Fuck, that almost scared the life out of me. Lan He couldn't help but curse out loud. It turns out that, in the middle of the night, the system often automatically sends messages reminding players to take a break. Of course, from the game company's profit perspective, they'd probably love nothing more than to see players dropping like flies in front of their screens. These phony, sentimental reminders might have warmed a few hearts years ago.
Now it's just to fool the newbies.
Huh, it's 12:30, and the record still hasn't been broken. Lan River breathed a small sigh of relief, but then it hit him. What if they'd started their run at 12:10? So Lan River nervously kept his eyes glued to the system announcements. His regular party members, like Si Zhou, sent him messages asking, "Old Lan, not running the dungeon today. Let's go." If they're really going to break the record, there's no point in us sitting here worrying. We shouldn't waste any more time. Lan River thought this way as he followed the team into the dungeon, but his focus just couldn't settle on the task at hand. His mistakes piled up, and one slip nearly caused a full team wipe, leaving everyone on edge. But it was understandable. They all knew why Lan River was so distracted.
Alright, I'll take command.
Alright, you take over. With a new commander, even if Blue River makes a mistake, it won't be as glaring. The last one was practically leading the whole team to their doom. They'd cleared one, Line Gorge, they'd cleared Glazed Lands. Half the night was already gone, and there were no new system records. Lan River finally let out a small sigh of relief. That night, Yi Xiu's group didn't go for a record run. At 11, when Tang Ru's shift started and she logged into the game, she called for Steamed Bun Invasion and waited for So Mucheng to come online. The four of them formed a party and headed for Blazing Forest, Frost Forest, Blazing Forest, Dark Forest, and Radiant Forest. These were the four great forests of the Glory Continent. These four forests are also the four main leveling zones and four corresponding dungeons. Frost Forest is the lowest level among them. The one Yi Xiu and his team were heading to now, Blazing Forest, is the leveling zone for characters between levels 34 and 36. For their level 30 characters, these level 35 mobs offered the highest experience yield. But no matter how much experience wild mobs gave, could never compare to the elite mobs inside a dungeon. And that's not even counting the bonus experience from clearing it. To skip the dungeon and come straight to the grinding zone. It was far from a wise choice for leveling, and such an unwise choice would never be made by a veteran like Yi Xiu. They weren't here to grind levels. Yi Xiu's target was the Flame Maiden, Yu Kashu, the field boss of Blazing Forest. In the Frost Forest dungeon, the most powerful hidden boss, the White Witch, was a master of ice magic, and the Flame Witch, who masters fire magic in the Blazing Forest, is a field boss. This is an existence even more formidable than a hidden boss. A field boss is always the highest level in its current grinding zone. The Flame Maiden, Yu Kashu, is level 36. That's 6 levels higher than Yi Xiu and his party's characters. That puts it over the 5 level cap, so the experience gain is minimal. But hunting a boss was never about the experience in the first place, but a 6-level suppression is an absolutely massive advantage. Right now, the elite teams of the major guilds are all at level 32, yet none dare to provoke the Flame Witch, fearing
该
that
音
4
频由
level
AI 生
advantage.
成。
After all, this wasn't some common mob, but the strongest field boss of them all.
该音频由 AI 生成。